Hi Cancer, how's it going? Welcome to my channel. I'm going to be doing a Celtic Cross reading for you. I've already cleared the energy of the cards and pulled all the cards. So you got 10 tarot cards. Some came out reversed, which just means you get extra protection from spirit, plus an overall advice card at the very end, the Lover's card. So I'll go through each card with you and then do a summary at the very end, okay? So the first card that came out is the Eight of Wands. This is Minor Arcana card. It's represented by Sagittarius. And this card represents your current situation. So this is about exciting times, movement, quick decisions, your hard work paying off. It's rapid action, sudden action, gaining momentum, thinking on your feet. It could represent travel, holidays, your goals on their way to being achieved. It's freedom. It's being swept off your feet. It's progress, jumping in, excitement. It could represent arrows of love, the wands on the card. It's gaining momentum. It's rushing action, things being fast-paced. It could represent change. So let's see, Cancer, your reading is about rapid movement, emotional healing, and clarity versus confusion. So there's a strong push forward with the Eight of Wands, but it's being shaped by old heartbreak, mental noise, and indecision. This card is telling me that the path ahead improves, but only if choices are made with honesty and alignment. Okay? The current situation, the Eight of Wands, is telling me that things are moving fast. Communication, decisions, or maybe events are picking up speed. There's momentum, possibly sudden news or progress. And you did get the page. Pages are messengers too, but I'll get to that. And then your next message is the Three of Swords reversed. Again, it came out reversed, so extra protection from spirit. This card represents what's crossing you or what's challenging you or your situation. Could be what you're celebrating. It's represented by Libra. Could be having an issue or celebrating a Libra with a Libra, but the Three of Swords reverse is about negative self-talk. It's about recovery, forgiveness, moving on, releasing pain, healing. For some, it's optimism, reconciliation, recovering from heartbreak, overcoming grief or sorrow or sadness. It's confusion. It could represent overcoming depression, the inability to let go of pain, refusing to let go of emotions. It could represent a setback. But this card is telling me, reversed, that you're healing from past pain is the challenge here. So it's telling me that you're not fully letting go of heartbreak, or you're suppressing emotions, or you're actively trying to move on but are not quite there yet. And this is emotional residue that's affecting how you move forward. Okay. And then your third card is the Page of Swords. Like I said, pages are messengers. This page came out reversed, so extra protection from spirit. This card represents the basis of your situation or foundation. Okay, so Page of Swords is represented by Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy. This is a card of being defensive. It's a card of deception, manipulation. It's about receiving bad or disappointing news, a lack of planning, having your head in the clouds, not speaking out, being blunt or abrasive. It's gossip. The Page of Swords reversed is all talk, no action. Is paranoid, is a player. There's a lack of planning here. But yeah, it could also indicate gossip. So at the root, this card is telling me there may be overthinking or anxiety or misinformation. Someone could be jumping to conclusions or watching instead of acting. There could also be mental restlessness here. And then the fourth card is the Two of Swords. This card represents your past, but is relevant to your current situation. Again, Libra energy. The Two of Swords reverse is talking about confusion again. It's talking about delays, postponements, holding on to anxiety, holding on to resentment. It's indecision. It's having to choose between the lesser of two evils. Lies are being exposed, seeing the truth. It's anxiety, an imbalance, information overload, being emotionally guarded, emotionally detached. It's mental turmoil. It's overwhelming fear, worry, anxiety, stress. It's avoidance, not wanting to face the truth. So this card is telling me that it suggests a past moment where you refused or delayed making a necessary choice, and that energy is still lingering. Okay? No right choice and imbalance, the truth being revealed, being at a stalemate. And then your fifth card is the Queen of Swords. This card represents your immediate future, what's likely to happen very soon in your life. This is either you, someone in your life, or a situation. Again, Libra energy. So the Queen of Swords is someone who's honest, independent, principled, fair, truthful, protective, perceptive, is a warrior, is funny, faithful, intelligent. She could represent constructive criticism, someone who's highly principled, has strong beliefs, could represent a mother, is self-reliant, open-minded, has repressed sadness or repressed pain. This card is telling me that clarity is coming. Clarity is coming. This is a powerful shift. It's about honest communication or cutting through illusions, having strong boundaries. So it's telling me that you're about to think and act more logically and independently. Okay? And then your sixth card is the Six of Swords. This card represents the outcome that you desire most in your situation, Aquarius energy. So the Six of Swords is about transition or leaving behind or moving on, going in a change of direction. You're breaking free of old patterns. You're retreating, you're healing again. You're going on a journey by water. You're going through a personal transformation. Your reputation is restored. Going through a general change, accepting lessons, a rite of passage, releasing baggage. Retreat, respite. You want peace. You're moving on. You want emotional distance from chaos. You have a desire to leave behind any stress, conflict, or emotional pain. And then your self-image card, how you see yourself, is the sun. You see yourself as, or want to be, positive. You see yourself as positive, strong, radiant, confident, optimistic. This card represents freedom again, truth, happiness, success, and opportunity, having clarity, being able to express yourself. It's good luck, it's trust, good health, confidence, courage, joy. It can represent pregnancy. This card is telling me there's a core belief in your ability to be happy, even if things feel messy right now. And then your environment card, or how others see you in your situation, you got the Hierophant reversed. So this is Taurus energy. The Taurus reverse is about being rebellious, challenging the status quo, living unconventional lifestyles. It's having a new approach, a new method. It's freedom. Freedom keeps coming up in your reading. Freedom, nonconformity, unconventional relationships, reversed roles. You're challenging tradition. So you're breaking rules. Others may see you as breaking rules or going against tradition or choosing an unconventional path, or you're in an environment that challenges norms or expectations. And then your hopes and fears, what you hope for or fear the most in your situation, is the Eight of Pentacles. So the Eight of Pentacles is Virgo energy. Again, having high standards. It's about skill development, talent, expertise, mastery, commitment, ambition. It could represent a new job, an apprenticeship, achieving your goals, having new skills. It's success again. It's hard work. This keeps coming up again. Self-employment, confidence, paying attention to detail, job satisfaction, financial security. It could represent scholarship, skills in craftsmanship and in business. This is about having a good reputation again, is coming up again in your reading. Ambition, doing repetitive tasks, being dedicated. It's a card of productivity and accomplishment. So this card is telling me that you want to build something real and stable, but you may fear putting in effort and it not paying off or not being good enough. This is about commitment versus self-doubt. Now, before I did this reading, I pulled a daily card for us, for everyone. It's a collective message, and the card that came out was doubt. So you should listen to it. Because every time I pull a daily card and then I do a readings for the signs, they always resonate with the daily message. So if you want to have a look at that. And then your last card is the Seven of Cups. This card represents your future, if all is to remain as is. It's Scorpio energy. So this is a card about choices, daydreaming, fantasizing, picking and choosing, opportunities again, multiple possibilities, lots of options. It's indecision again, decisions, going on a new path, dreaming, illusion, imagination, searching for purpose. Could be procrastination. It's telling you to meditate. So this card is telling me if nothing else, if nothing changes, then you're going to stay confused. There's going to be too many options or illusions. So this card is telling me if nothing changes, you're going to continue to be overwhelmed. There's going to be fantasy versus reality issues. Or there's going to be difficulty choosing a clear path. And then the overall advice to your reading is the Lover's card. This is a major arcana card. This is the advice from Spirit, and it came out reversed, so extra protection from Spirit, Gemini energy. So this card, the advice from Spirit is reversed. Indecision is coming up. Misalignment of values, a lack of accountability, bad choices, trust issues, disharmony. Again, imbalance is coming up, a loss of balance, conflict, detachment. Focus on self-love is the message here, okay? This card points to misalignment and difficult choices. So focus on self-love. There's a disconnect between what you feel, think, and choose. Or a relationship with yourself or with someone else may be out of alignment. Or you're avoiding making a major decision and it's creating more confusion for you. So the advice from the Lover's card reversed is make a clear, conscious choice, even if it's hard. Get honest about what truly aligns with your values. Stop splitting energy between options that don't fully resonate and reconnect with yourself before committing to others. So, you're moving forward quickly. You're still healing emotionally, but you're about to gain clarity. But at the risk of falling into confusion if you avoid making a clear, aligned choice. So your path will improve when you face the truth, trust your clarity, and choose alignment over comfort. Cancer, moving forward requires healing the past and making a clear, aligned choice to avoid confusion. So that is your reading. Thank you for letting me channel these messages for you today. I'm really grateful. I'm sending you lots of love and strength. Take good care. Bye.